Now we have Déjà Vu, a Tony Scott movie whose name implies rather alarmingly that one may have seen this all before. But the plot, as much as it is possible to simplify it, I mean, you had
Denzel Washington on, and he said Tony likes to call this science faction. And I said, well, that's not a very good name, is it? He didn't like that very much.
No, it's silly. The story is that at the beginning of the film, there is a terrible terrorist atrocity. It then turns out Denzel Washington is investigating the terrible terrorist atrocity. I won't tell you what it is, just because, I mean, you've probably seen it on the trailers.
Blows up.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Fine. Yes.
That's at the beginning of the film.
No, I know, but it's actually, I didn't know that when I saw it, and I was quite alarmed when it happened. That's quite well done. I mean, but there we go. So anyway, shit blows up. He is then investigating it. He is then recruited by these slightly sinister government people who start showing him footage from 4 days ago that appears to be footage which is happening live. And that's pretty much the tone of the film, in the way that it is the tone of all Tony Scott films. That he over-directs like mad. He finds it almost impossible to hold the camera still for 2 seconds. I think somebody should maybe give him a tripod for Christmas. He does everything in that oversaturated manner that makes it all look like a pop video. And if you scratch the surface, you discover that there is absolutely nothing below it. But he does do surface kind of well. So my reservations are, this is way too long. And there are moments in it when you think, it's just another Tony Scott movie. It's things going bang, it's retina-scorching visuals, it's people doing wisecracking stuff to no particular end, and it's not going anywhere. And yet, for a good 90 minutes, it's quite good fun. Denzel Washington is a quite engaging character who manages to keep an admirably straight face while all the Doctor Who TARDIS warp in the time-space continuum ooga booga is going on. They try as hard as is possible to keep consistent with their whole dual time system thing going on, which is that they are in the now. They are looking at something that happened 4 days ago, and at some point, Denzel wants to go back 4 days to stop the thing that has happened from happening in the way that is the standard stuff that's done in time travelling movies. And it's fairly unconvincing because they say you can't do it. It's never been done. It's not possible. Everything will stop. Oh, never mind, let's do it anyway. And they do, and then he's fine. And at the other end, he just has to have a, cardiac resuscitation. There are many films this year in which people have to be resuscitated. Mission Impossible 3, bang, has to be restarted again with the electronic probe. Then Casino Royale has to rush out to his car and do it. And now again with Denzel Washington.
It's this year's Hollywood fad.
Is it? Well, it's fine. But enough now. Enough with the cardio arrest thing.
Defibrillators are the must-have toy for 2006.
They are, but I think they've now passed their sell-by date. And so what you get is a perfectly serviceable, if rather too long and visually occasionally irritating, silly thriller that if you just go, hey, you know what, I'm just going to go with it, it's fine. It's not up there with Washington's best work. It's not up there with Scott's best work, which still remains True Romance, which demonstrated that he really could do sort of.
The best thing that they did together, though, surely I would suggest Good Doctor's Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide, yeah. Which, in fact, I remember in a former life you and I had as Movie of the Month, and it's a great thriller. It's a terrific, it works completely. It's a good underwater thriller. It's up there with how did we say it was pronounced in the end? Did Boat?
Das Boot.
Boot.
Someone said, imagine you're a Geordie.
And it's when the Boot comes in. Okay.
Apparently it's about as close as we're going to get.
So Déjà Vu, it's nothing you haven't seen before, but it's fine.
Thank you.